Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small from CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it great. I want to talk to you today about a question that came up in a will signing that I was doing today about healthcare directives, also known as living wills. And if you, by the way, I'm going to talk a lot about them right now. If you want to know more about healthcare directives and sort of the estate planning process and what goes into sort of a foundational estate plan in general, if you want to see a little video put together and take away the scariness of coming and talking to a real life attorney, go to estateplanningvideo.com and check it out. Basically kind of give the overview that I give to people when they come in and talk to me. By the time you're done with that video, you'll definitely understand the basics of estate planning and probably give you some things to think about and give you a better understanding and idea of what you might want for your own plan. So go check that out, estateplanningvideo.com. Right? But now back to healthcare directive. Healthcare directive does really, its job is to do one thing, and that is to inform your medical power of attorney, who is in charge of sort of making medical decisions for you if you can't, what you would want to do if you were in a very specific medical state and basically the doctors were coming to them and asking them what to do. That specific medical state is generally being in a permanent unconscious position, right? So being permanently unconscious, and where the application of life-sustaining treatment would serve only to prolong the process of your dying. How did I know that by heart? I'm surprised I knew it too. I've done a lot of these healthcare directives. So basically what we're talking about is you are essentially in a vegetative state. You are being kept alive by machines, and the doctor's prognosis is that keeping you alive is not going to actually help you get any better. We're not talking about being in a coma. We're not talking about anything related to surgery or anything like that. We're essentially talking about you are hooked up to some machines, and basically, what do you want to do in that scenario? And the point of the healthcare directive is really to express your intent to your medical power of attorney, who's going to have to make those choices. This is important for a couple of reasons. Maybe the most sort of important reason, if you care at all about your medical power of attorney, is that it's going to essentially relieve them from having to make a decision about you in your life or death without really knowing what you would have wanted to do specifically. They're going to be just guessing, right? And so when it comes to this, I always tell the story. It's going to sort of, I don't know, you guys can make fun of me if you want. So Allison and I, we always watch this show. It's called, what is it? It's like Tyler the Medium. It's called The Medium or something. Tyler the Medium. It's on E. You should go watch it because it's actually kind of interesting. So allegedly or apparently, this kid who's like 20, his name is Tyler, sweet looking kid, he can talk to dead people. And so what he does is he goes into these celebrities' homes and he does these readings where like they give him a thing and he grabs it and then he like channels them or whatever. And so either he's super good or like everybody's acting and whatever. But one thing that's real that you can see is that the people that are there that he's doing the reading for, they always get to ask questions about what they want to know. And one of the things that people want to know consistently, this is like almost every single episode, is are they mad at me, or are they did I do the right thing at the end? Did I make the right choice? Are they feeling good or bad about me? And that is what this healthcare directive really helps to resolve in their minds, is that question of, did I make the right choice? Am I doing the right thing? Did I do what they wanted me to do? And that's what they really want to know. Okay, so that's the first thing that the healthcare directive does. The second thing that the healthcare directive does is it eliminates any question about what you would have wanted to do. And this can be important because there can be conflict amongst family members, whether it's because of religious reasons or just personal reasons, or they legitimately think that they know what you would have wanted and it's different from what your medical power of attorney is saying. there's a classic case that I think essentially sparked all this healthcare directive talk, and that is the Terri Schiavo case. Terri Schiavo had a heart attack. I think she was in her early 50s, and the heart attack prevented oxygen from getting to her brain for a long time. So basically, by the time they revived her and they were able to keep her alive, she was effectively brain dead. Okay, and she was not coming back. She was hooked up to machines. So they went and they asked her husband what to do. And she said, or he said, sorry, her husband said, well, she told me that she would have wanted to have the plug pulled. Okay, that's the non-romantic way of saying this. She would have wanted to stop this everything. And the parents said, no, that is not what she would have wanted. She would have wanted to stay on. And basically this huge legal battle ensued. It went several rungs up the federal court ladder, and it was eventually resolved, but not without a tremendous amount of conflict, a tremendous amount of money being spent, and a tremendous amount of heartache from both sides, because when these things happen, nobody really wins. And so what this document can do is effectively end that conflict, because when you create it and when you fill it out and when you are done with it, it says, if I'm in this condition, this is what I want. So it's really hard to argue with that, because it's a document that you sign and is witnessed and you fill out. So the healthcare directive is one of the hardest documents to fill out, even though it's one of the shortest documents to fill out, because it's really hard for us to think about dying, but it's definitely not hard for us to think about being sort of like sick or being in this state for whatever reason. It's much more real for most people, and that makes making this choice difficult. So I think, although it is a difficult choice, knowing why you need to do this and knowing sort of the benefits that it can provide to your family and to you, quite frankly, because everybody will be doing what you want, makes it a little easier to kind of make that decision and then execute and carry out the healthcare directive when it's time. All right, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, if you want to get more information on the healthcare directive and more information on the estate planning process in general, please go to estateplanningvideo.com. It's just a short little video that I put together. It's free. It basically outlines everything that I usually talk to potential clients about, and clients, anybody that wants to know about the estate planning process. All right, so go check that out. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that needs to hear this, please share it with them. And otherwise, thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow with more estate planning and probate, sometimes knowledge. All right, Christopher Small, CMS Law Firm. See you later. Bye. Have a great day.